Cricket's on next Friday. Are you excited?
No.
No, not excited. You excited? Cricket's on next Friday?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Cricket's on next Friday?
Stoked.
Yeah. Cricket's on next Friday, mate. You excited?
No.
You're not excited?
No.
Oh, are you excited? Cricket's on next Friday. How good? Excited?
No, not really.
Not really. Oh. Get excited. Cricket's on next Friday. Australia versus India. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Yep, that's the spirit. Are you excited? Australia versus India?
Yeah.
Yep, very excited. Let's go. Australia versus India next week. Are you excited for the cricket? Not excited. You look excited for next week.
Not really.
Oh, okay. The cricket. Australia versus India next week. Not into cricket. That's all right. You look excited. Australia versus India next week. You gonna tune in?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Yeah, sure. Excited? Australia versus India next week. You guys excited?
Not really.
Not really. Are you excited? Australia versus India? Yeah, that's right. He is excited. Australia versus India next Friday. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Are you going to tune in?
Sure.
And Virat Kohli's current performances. What are your thoughts on those?
All greats have a dip in form.
Going to bounce back here in Australia?
Maybe not in Perth, but gee.
Maybe at the MCG. Oh, that's interesting. Now, player of the series. Who's it going to be?
I'll probably go for Rishabh Pant.
Rishabh Pant for player of the series. Most wickets.
Ooh, Pat Cummins.
Pat Cummins most wickets. And the last one, most runs.
Jaiswal.
Yashvi Jaiswal.
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting prediction. Thank you, mate. Hey, mate. Australia versus India next week.
Yeah.
Next Friday. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you going to tune in?
Yeah.
You're going to tune in?
Yeah.
All right, few predictions, all right? Who's going to get the most wickets in the series?
Bumrah,
Jasprit Bumrah?
Yeah.
Most runs?
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli for most runs. So you reckon
Yeah.
Virat's going to bounce back on his dip in form?
Yeah, Australia has always been his place where he kind of get back to the form. So I'm hoping that he will be the most run scorer or whatnot. But I feel either from Indian side it would be him, and from Australian side I think it would be Steven Smith is playing, right?
Yep,
Yeah?
he's back at number
Yeah,
4.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
reckon
yeah.
him being back at number 4, he's
Yes,
going to get the
yes,
most runs for
yes.
Australia?
Because even he is out of the form. That's what I see
Yep.
from the past few years. So it would be great to see both of these legends fighting out here in Australia. And
Oh, I completely agree. And player of the series?
Hmm,
It's a tough one.
that's a very tough one. I will go with an all-rounder, maybe Pat Cummins.
Pat Cummins. Oh, I'd love if he was player of the series. Now, India versus New Zealand recently, they lost 3-0. What were your thoughts on that? Do
If you would
do
have asked me before India and versus New Zealand who is going to win this series, I would have been like, obvious India. But now we are in kind of a doubt or in that dilemma phase, like who is going to come on top of, like basically who is going to win. So yeah, looking forward for some nice matches.
What do you think is the cause of India's dip in form? Because in India, they never lose, let's be honest. I can't remember the last time they lost a series in India, let alone 3-0. Now,
I'm
what's your
not
thoughts on those?
I'm not an expert, but my feeling is basically maybe overconfidence. Yeah, that's what I can say. Maybe the transition to new coach or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so you reckon, Gambhir's coach after Dravid?
I don't
That
know.
could potentially be the reason?
Hopefully the transition was not that smooth because we lost a complete ODI series to Sri Lanka, and now this, I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's 5 tests. Your predictions, who's going to win and how many?
I think for us to go to final without any support, I think we need to win 4 or something like that.
Yep, for the WTC final.
I don't think so.
You don't think India's going to win 4?
4? Yeah, I'm more than happy if we win like the series by, let's say, 3-2.
3-2 to India, your predictions?
Not my prediction, but my hope.
Yeah, your heart.
Yeah, hard.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Australia versus India next week, next Friday. You excited?
Yes,
You going to tune in?
yes.
Now we're going to go through a few predictions here.
Okay.
Who's going to score the most runs in the series?
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli for most runs. So you reckon he's going to improve on his recent dip in form?
Yes, he will improve. That's true. It's against Australia, right? So he will play. I think he will get into the form.
And he loves playing in Australia as well.
Yes.
And who's going to get the most wickets?
Mitchell Stark.
Mitchell Stark for most wickets.
Yes.
Why
and,
Mitchell Stark over Jasprit Bumrah?
Because I feel that he has that extra pace when compared to Bumrah.
And that's going to suit him, especially on the Australian pitches.
And that two Australian pitches, right? So he has that advantage.
Yeah, I can completely agree. And player of the series, who do you reckon that's going to be?
Player of the series either Virat Kohli or from Australia maybe Steve Smith.
Oh, Steve Smith.
Yeah.
And India's recent dip in form. Now, they lost an ODI series to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
and they lost a test series
Okay.
to New Zealand
Yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
which, let's be honest, it never happens.
Yeah.
India never lose at home.
Yeah.
What do you think is the reason behind India's poor form recently?
So that's because of the new coach, and it's not that due to the new coach tactics or anything. So the team is getting built up, so it will take some time. So once the team builds, and tests are completely different between ODIs and T20s. So the test team will be completely different for India. So you are going to see like this same thing. Previously India has won the Gavaskar Trophy,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it is going to repeat. And you have the same kind of players like Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant, Virat Kohli. So the team is maximum the most with the same stuff. So you will see the same game.
And that's another question I was going to ask you is Rishabh Pant. How excited are you to watch him play? Because me personally, as an Australian fan, he's one of my favourite
So-
Indian players.
So that's what Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, all these guys are plays the same level. They have that aggression, so they can take like any challenger target and win and score runs for India in big time.
Ooh, big time. Now there's five tests.
Yes.
Your predictions: who wins and how many?
It's going to be tight. I hope, since I am from India, I go for India 3-2.
India 3-2.
Yes.
Let's see if your predictions are correct. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, nice.
Good man.
Hey, mate, got the cricket coming up next week. You going to tune in for the match? He's not tuning in for the match. How you going, mate? We got India in town for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, starting at Perth Stadium on Friday next week. You going to go down to the stadium and watch the match?
Yeah, I'm going. In fact, going for 3 days. For first 3 days, yeah, I booked my tickets already, and I'm gonna go watch tomorrow practice matches at Waka Stadium there. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So what we need now is some predictions. Who do you think is going to win this first test?
First test, it's gonna be draw for me because both teams looks very great for now. So I think it's gonna be difficult for me, but I think it should be draw.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty close. I think the whole series is going to be very close.
Yeah, I think Australia's got a good side because they are more experienced than India now. So I think probably 51% I would say Australia has a chance to win.
Yeah, India has got a young side. It's up to the young guns to make some runs and take some wickets. Have you heard the news that Virat's just gone in for scans and might have an injury concern?
No, I'm not familiar about it right now, but I hope he plays tomorrow. That's the reason I'm going.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. So how about some predictions for the series? First, top run scorer for the series?
I would say Steve Smith or maybe Jaiswal.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, mate. And top wicket taker for the series?
It's gonna be Mitchell Stark anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime. I'm a
Starkey.
huge Starkey fan. If he sees that, crank.
I hope that Starkey's up there in the wickets too. And we wanted the player of the series.
Player of the series, Jaiswal or Pat Cummins, I would say. Pat
Pat-
Cummins. Yeah.
Pat
He's
Cummins probably a
he's
good
he's a
chance.
good all-rounder, yeah.
And what's going to be the final score for the series of the 5 test matches?
It's gonna be 3 Australia and 2 India, I would say.
I like the sounds of that, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Have a great day.
Great night. See ya.
Are they going to tune in and watch the cricket next week? Hey guys, cricket starts in Perth next week. You going to tune in and have a watch?
No.
He lives in Melbourne. Hey boys, cricket starts in Perth next week. You boys going to go and watch a match?
Sorry?
Going to watch a match next week?
What match?
Australia versus India, Border Gavaskar Trophy. Enough cricket fans in Perth, is there? Wow.
Cricket's on next Friday. You tuning in? Are you excited? You're not excited? No. Why? Why does no one like cricket here? Guys, cricket on next Friday. You tuning in?
No.
Why?
I'll be out.
You'll be out. Other things to do. You look like a cricket fan, mate. Never seen the game. So you're not tuning into Australia versus India next week? No.
Are you going to tune in?
I'm tuning in.
I'll be at the match, mate. I don't need to tune in. Who do you think's going to win the match?
I think
It's
Australia.
going to be Australia, mate.
Australia comfortably.
Top run scorer? Steve Smith, answer that for you.
Steve Smith.
Who's going to take all the wickets? Probably Paddy Cummins, would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
And then player of the series.
Oh,
I
that's
think
a
it's going
tough
to be.
Well, if Steve Smith's making all the runs and Paddy Cummins taking all the wickets, it's not going to be Kohli, is it?
Are you going to give India a chance?
They're always a chance because they're India and they're pretty good. But no, they just lost the home series to New Zealand. They got no chance, mate. And Kohli's injured.
Kohli's injured.
Yeah, my friend's wife actually works at the radiology clinic and he's got a serious soft tissue injury. So he's out of the series, mate.
Oh, shit, that's not good.
You heard it here first on Cricket Buster.
One weird request though. Do you reckon you could just Scream Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi for me.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Aussie, oi! Aussie, oi! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, mate.
Are you tuning in next Friday? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Australia versus India. Your predictions. Player of the series. Who's going to be player of the series for Australia versus India?
I don't know, mate.
You don't know.
Depends.
Depends on what.
Depends on how everyone performs. huh?
Yeah, so no predictions associated with it. What about who's going to get the most wickets, you reckon?
Bumrah,
Jasper Bumrah for most wickets and most runs.
Rishabh Pant.
And Rishabh Pant for most runs. Oh, okay, that's an interesting prediction. Now, Virat Kohli is not in the best of form. Do you reckon he poses a threat to Australia still?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I think
he loves playing in Australia, though.
He does, but sometimes things get under his nerves, and he takes that too personal. I think.
So you reckon he needs to avoid the white noise out in the field?
I think.
Because I reckon Australia's going to be sledging big time.
Yeah, that's it. It's already started. You can see in the media already, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. Now, who poses the biggest threat from the Australian cricket team to India winning the BGT? Who poses the biggest threat in the Australian cricket team?
Oh, they've got Max Sweeney. That's actually a good opener, right?
Yeah,
The
Nathan
youngster.
McSweeney.
Yeah.
So you reckon he poses the biggest threat to the Indian side?
It's he's new, right? So no one knows him.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, he'll come in hard maybe. He's got nothing to lose, right?
Yep, that's exactly correct.
He's got to prove himself
Yep,
to
yep.
fit into that team.
And there's 5 tests. Your predictions: Australia 5-0, India 4-1.
I reckon it's going to be 3-2.
To who?
Got to wait and watch for
Oh,
that.
you
mate.
reckon? So you're not going to give a series winner. You're just going to say 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
3-2 to maybe Australia, maybe India. Let's see if your predictions are correct. Thanks for your time, brother. I really appreciate it. Good man. Stop. Australia versus India next week. Who's going to win? Do you want to have a quick chat about it? No, you don't want to chat. No worries. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate. Happy 1 year, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary. Australia won the World Cup on this day. Happy 1 year. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you. Happy 1 year anniversary since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year anniversary. Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary, mate, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys, since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year, mate. Happy 1 year anniversary since Australia won the World Cup. Happy 1 year, mate. Happy 1 year, mate. Australia won the World Cup on this day, guys. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys. Australia won the World Cup on this day, guys. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, mate.